I'm gonna stay and fight. Let her go! You're needed here, please! Loren groaned. She didn't want to let this happen, but she knew that she couldn't resist it. Fight well. Karen raised her chin and nodded. She said nothing as she and Breza lifted from the ground on their griffins and became specks in the sky. The cries from the city were hard to ignore as they ran back inside to continue their fight. This city belongs to the dwarves! Boom, boom, boom. Bam, 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 bam. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is rough. Rough fights, but... Oh man, this is... Okay. That's a little better. Boom. Bam. Loren's army poured into every street of the city and fought back the demons with great force. The Dwarven Keep was in the middle of the city, and the most important building to hold. To the keep! Crush their filthy skulls! A monstrous screech fell from the skies. Loren expected it to be the farewell of the griffins, but it was far from it. They all looked up to see a massive winged creature fly over, its shadow engulfing them. What is that? A drake. I've never seen one so big before. Wow! Don't be impressed. It's gonna eat us. The drake did not land, however. It kept circling above, sporadically darting down to attack the army. Fear of the giant creature was palpable. Ignore it for now! Our priority is the keep! They rushed forwards into the fray, just as they had not too long ago when battling Khan. The sight they found was none too different. Just as before, swarms of demons were blocking the entrance and dangling out from the windows and parapets, slinging rocks, arrows, and more offensive magic. They immediately dove into the foul ranks and started taking lives. Bam! Ow, 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 ow. Bam, bam, bam. Bam! I gotta keep healing. This is not... Come on. We gotta drop these guys. We gotta drop these guys. So much fighting. So much. Have a heal. We do like 300 damage as Loren. Loren is insanely powerful. I don't even think you guys know. Like, Loren is freaking awesome. I've also really liked Karen's development throughout the story. It's actually been really good. They had cleared a way to the front gate. Loren pulled on the door, but it wouldn't budge. Locked! My time to shine. Dora rushed the door and pulled out a tiny toolkit. You daft? I got your back, Dora! Get us in there! Everyone, hold off the demons while she works! Loren and Saren looked at each other and nodded. They had forged a bond that required no words. They each knew what had to be done. The beast before them charged forward. Loren and Saren moved into a tight formation. When the demons reached them, their attacks were in unison. They were like one fluid warrior, taking on the challenge together as two halves of a more powerful entity. Dora cursed her tools and the door behind them as the demons' heads began to roll. Alright. First things first, heal! There we go. And drop in a death trap. Bam! Oh, the fireball does really good damage. Alright. You got 300 left. Make that 200. Make that 100. Ow, ow, ow. And we just dropped that one immediately. Bam! Have a potion of minor vitality. Bam. Bam! Bam! Victory! Loren's sword glowed brighter with every hit, and she suddenly staggered. What's wrong? The magic of the sword is growing too much for me to handle. The blade was almost too bright to look at directly. Loren had to drop her other sword to grasp it with both hands just to remain in control of it. The encroaching demons hesitated, seeing the sword in her hands. Loren raised the hawk blade above her head, and the light surged through her. Saren almost dropped his own sword watching her. Oh, also, hawk blade is from the other side of the story. Rather than the ember blade, you get the hawk blade. The demons screeched and started to flee one by one, but a few dared to continue forward. Swiftly, Loren brought the blade down and cut through the empty air. The blade sang. It created a shockwave that jetted straight towards every demon ahead of her. They all died on contact. Loren! A click from behind startled them. Hold on! I told you I was good at looks! All the demons are toast now anyway, so big whoop. Huh? How did you do that? I don't know. It felt natural. This sword gave me that magic. The power of the gods flows through you. Your arm is their arm. Loren swallowed and stared at the piece of metal. She had finally come to believe everything Mirth and Apollomesho had told her about it. It was truly a divine instrument, and her path was clear before her. A terrifying roar was heard from the skies again. The Drake! The thing's gonna land! Quick, everyone inside the keep! The flying monster swooped down and easily plucked up the soldiers. Its cry was deafening, sending the whole city to its knees. It won't shut up long enough for me to get a good shot! Bring it down, and I will take its head! Don't be greedy, Nomad, we can share! The Drake threatened the keep once more, striking at its parapets and effortlessly knocking apart the stones with its talons. The chunks of wall fell dangerously around everyone below. Loren, what should we do? Loren growled and charged out from the safety of the keep. Saren started to follow her, but Loren quickly gestured for him to remain. Here I am, demon beast! Come take me! She yelled at the circling Drake, and it responded with another screech. Saren tensed, realizing just what Loren was doing. The Drake flapped its mangled wings, kicking up dust all around Loren as it hovered in front of her. She swallowed nervously, but trusted in the power of the sword. She ran at the Drake, screaming a war cry with the hawk blade held high. The Drake received her calmly, only bending back slightly to prepare an attack with its jaws. Loren dodged its attack and got in a heavy strike on the Drake's head, right across its eye. It wheeled upwards in pain, sending down a huge gush of wind that almost knocked Loren off her feet. The next moment, the Drake thrashed down and grabbed Loren easily. Everyone watching gasped. The Drake shook her once and threw her to the side like a doll. Saren didn't waste any time thinking and ran straight for Loren. The Drake barely noticed him as he moved too fast, but just as he hunched over Loren's motionless body, this beast spotted him. Loren! No, please! A twinge of movement in Loren restored hope in Saren's heart. But the joy was short-lived as the giant Drake attacked him from behind. He was too focused on Loren to even protect himself. The beast snapped at him with its fangs and managed to tear his flesh. Saren cried in pain. Airs pelted the side of the Drake, pulling its attention away, but the damage was done. Saren slammed to the ground, shuddering with pain. To his side, he could see Loren through squinted eyes. Loren looked back at him. Her hand clawed at the dirt and her teeth clenched, but her limbs still would not obey her. She wanted to rise and slay the Drake, even more than before. They both stared at each other, wondering how they both ended up there, together, powerless, bleeding dry. Saren had come to Loren's rescue without any thought of his own survival. And even then, his heart wasn't beating wildly against her death. Against his death, maybe, but against Loren's death. Through the dirt and gravel, Saren stretched out his arm toward Loren as best he could. To his surprise, Loren did the same. She slid her arm over and covered his hand with difficulty. Their hands cradled, and their fingers interlocked. Then they found the strength to squeeze their palms together, and harder still. Soon their hands were so tightly grasping each other that there was no doubt in their minds they now had the strength to stand and fight. And they did just that. They rose together, finding their footing in the middle of the chaos, giving each other strength with only their looks. They only let go of each other to find their weapons and charged back at the beast together, as they always should have done. Watch out for its fire breath! Shield yourselves! Just as Apollo said, the Drake blew heavy streams of flames from its nostrils and into the path of the party. They all stopped, just barely dodging the attack. Whoa! Careful! We have to save Loren and Saren, but the Drake is in the way! The Drake whipped around, swinging its tail aggressively. Let's do it! Let's bash him! Ooh, that's a good one. Take this! Knockdown! Take that! Bash! War cry! Attack! Take this! Oh, this Drake is dying. He's dead already. Woo! The Drake gave one last screech before it spiraled downwards into a bloody heap. Everyone watching could not believe the sight they had just seen. The soldiers cheered with relief. The mighty Dwarven keep was now theirs. Woo! Will power. Enemy anger value. Fire damage, water damage, air damage. I'm gonna give her clarity. And grab clarity. Let's go for a Palamesho. 1, 2. Bam! Let's see. Attribute points. Bam! Awesome. We're doing pretty good now. Hey, this is RPGatWill. I hope you liked this episode of Loren the Amazon Princess. If you want to check out some of my other material, you can click on my channel link below, or you can even subscribe if you'd like. I like to do some silly songs on the side, along with my RPG work. If you want to see some more group-oriented stuff, there's another channel called Gaming Idiots TV that I take part in. That's where we do all our group stuff, so I'll provide a link below if you want to check it out there. See you next time.